Hi, I'm Michael Beardsley, and welcome to another episode of An Actor Reacts. Today we're going to look at something a little newer. This was actually suggested by my viewers. It's going to be the pilot episode of the Kominsky Method. An actor avoids. That's just like this show, An Actor Reacts. This originally aired in 2018, and I've actually never watched the show. For those of you who have never watched one of my videos, I'm going to watch the episode, and then I am going to comment about the scenes that involve acting, or filmmaking, or whatever other crap I want to talk about. So let's jump right into it.
Before we start tonight's scene work, I just want to take a moment to talk about our craft, acting.
So we're starting off in an acting class here. This looks like a typical acting class, a realistic size, and sometimes teachers do pontificate a bit on the craft of acting before they get into it. Some teachers do it a lot, and those are teachers that I really wouldn't want to study with, because really, when it comes to acting, doing is how you learn.
So what is acting? Well, on one level, the answer is simple. They're making believe. They are pretending.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Deeper level, we need to ask ourselves, what is really happening?
Okay, not sure where he's going with this.
Well, you need to ask me, because I think I'm the only one here who doesn't have a roommate.
Not really true in Los Angeles. I don't know about other cities, but in Los Angeles, there are a lot of studio apartments. Actually, most actors I know do live alone. Some have roommates, but that's a gross generalization. I live alone. I mean, unless you count all my German cockroaches. They're kind of like roommates.
What's really happening is that the actor is playing God.
Okay, see, he had me when he said the actor is playing. Actor is playing God? No, I can't agree with that. I would say acting is playing. I mean, you have to have that, even if you're playing a heavy role, you have to have that enjoyment in it, even if it's not visible to the audience.
What does God do? God creates. God says, here is the world, and bam! That world exists. God says, here's life, and bam again!
Okay, well, the actor's not really
Life
doing
happens.
any of that, Mr. Kominsky. The actor is taking the words that have been created by somebody else, taking a world that has been created, and certainly he's adding to it. He is giving it life, but he's not creating it.
God says, here's death, and boom! Darkness.
The actor doesn't choose when the character dies. That's in the script. It's the actor's duty to serve the script. Now, certainly he can bring different things to that, but he's not the one creating life and death. Sorry, it's not the case.
How do we take this information and bring it into our work?
Well, the information you've just been saying you don't, because it's complete BS.
We must love our creations. We must imbue them with life, with character, with hope, and dreams, and fatal flaws. And then we must let them go.
Okay, he took a really strange way, which I don't entirely get to get there, but he's right in that you need to have your character fleshed out and then throw away a lot of these details once you're actually performing.
Because in the end, true love, God's love, is letting go.
What a pontificating windbag.
I have an audition tomorrow for a shampoo commercial. How do I love that?
Wash your hair before you go.
Obviously, that's a laugh line, but it's also true that commercials you really don't have a lot of depth to.
Okay, love of character, not the pursuit of fame or money, is what separates the great actor, the true artist, from the other
Sandy, one more question. It's for Pantene.
Doesn't matter what the shampoo is, okay?
I agree with what he was saying before he was interrupted. You shouldn't pursue acting to make money. I mean, some people do. But if you really love it, it's about making a living at it. It's about creating. Oh, look, it's Musso and Frank's. This is a real place. I recently commented on this in my Actor Reacts on a Family Guy episode.
You know, Musso and Frank's is famous. See the bar over there? Great writers like Hemingway and Faulkner drank there.
Hey, where'd that guy who wrote Porky's drink, huh?
So how we doing on the sitcom?
Forget it. You do not want to be in a sitcom.
What are you talking about?
Sandy, it's pablum. It's crap. You're one of the all-time great acting coaches. What's it going to look like you doing a network sitcom?
So I didn't get the part.
No.
I really like this because it's very true that great acting teachers are often not all that successful as actors. First of all, teaching acting and doing acting are two different things. Not that they can't be good at both. Historically, if you look at the great acting teachers in history, they have not had huge resumes. In my case, 2 of my 3 best teachers had no credits to speak of. Many of my other teachers have some credits. You probably don't know them by name, but you've probably seen at least a few of them on TV. Very rarely does a megastar actually teach classes. Jeff Goldblum is one of the exceptions. He co-founded Playhouse West, and then James Franco opened up a school named Studio 4. More on James Franco later.
CBS wanted to go more ethnic.
But look at this profile. Who's more ethnic than I am?
Black people.
Wait a minute. They're casting a black guy to play Josh Gad's grandfather?
They dumped Josh. They got some rapper.
That's absolutely a real thing. They are really trying to diversify casting and have more people represented.
Second thing, I'm canceling my Tuesday night sitcom workshop. You guys did not take my class to become a bunch of pandering, overpaid clowns.
I'm not sure if he's telling them because they are all in the Tuesday night sitcom workshop, because usually if you're an acting teacher, you'd have different classes. You wouldn't have the same students for every class. The way he's saying that is like he's announcing to all of them that that class is canceled, which is odd.
All right, let's get our scenes up, see if we can prove your parents wrong.
Some big name teachers, especially the really big name ones, will have like a theater full of people, and you're lucky if you get up and act once a month, and then you just watch other people act. I will never take one of those classes. You can learn some from watching when you're first starting out. You really can't after that, because it's really about what works for you.
Why don't we start with one of our new students tonight? What is your name?
Teresa.
Teresa, come on down.
I've been working on the eulogy speech from Steel Magnolias.
Great. Please.
Is standing okay?
Have you ever seen anybody sit while giving a eulogy?
I've never
The people
been
in
to a
this
funeral.
class seem
They
really
stand.
green, which is totally fine, but often big name, well-known teachers don't take the new people. They have classes that you have to take to prepare for them, and then when you get to the advanced level or the master class level, then you get to study with the Sandy Kominskys.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I can jog all the way to Texas and back, but my daughter can't. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I can jog all the way to Texas and back, but my daughter can't. Oh, God. I want to know why. Why? Oh, God, I want to know why. Why?
Sally Field did that in the movie, right? And if memory serves me, that was pretty much the way she did it.
Doing a scene from a movie that you're very familiar with or that the audience is very familiar with can be very tricky, because you can fall into the trap of imitating a performance rather than doing your own performance. I've done many scenes in acting class from well-known films. Here's one from Casablanca.
Why'd you have to come to Casablanca? It's other places.
I wouldn't have come if I knew you were here. Believe me, Rick, it's true. I didn't know.
Funny thing about your voice, it hasn't changed. Still hear it now. Rick, I'll follow you anywhere. Rick, we'll get on the train and we'll never stop.
Why did you have to come to Casablanca? There are other places.
I wouldn't have come if I'd known that you were here. Believe me, Rick, it's true. I didn't know.
Funny about your voice, how it hasn't changed. I can still hear it. Richard, dear, I'll go with you any place.
As you can see, that was quite a while ago.
So, What I want you to do is to try it again, but this time, show me how you would do it.
So that is a really good note.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I can jog all the way to Texas and back. But my daughter can't.
How'd that feel?
I don't know, more honest, I guess.
Any thoughts, opinions?
In all the acting classes I've ever been in, I have never seen a teacher ask other students to give a performance notes. First of all, in this case, these other students clearly don't know what they're talking about, because they're very inexperienced.
I liked it better when she cried.
Yeah, that's wrong.
There are some people that think crying equals emotion, whereas you can not cry in a scene, and the act of holding it in can be far more interesting.
I thought the second way she did the speech was more interesting.
Okay, why?
Well, crying is a socially acceptable way to express grief. It's what you're expected to do, but people feel all sorts of things when they lose a loved one. It's just not okay to show them.
See, she knows what she's talking about. I'll bet you anything that she's going to be much more important as the story goes along.
So what other great actresses did you coach?
Faye Dunaway, Diane Keaton, Jessica Lange.
Did you sleep with any of them?
No, I never mix business with pleasure.
Obviously, being on set with somebody for a lot of hours can lead to activities, shall we say. But usually the acting coach is not the one that happens with. I've known it to happen with other actors or directors or producers, but I guess it could happen.
Now, how about you? You seeing anybody?
No, not really. I had coffee the other night with one of my students.
Oh, Sandy, not another one of your 25-year-old Nebraska spinners.
No. This one is more age appropriate.
How age appropriate?
Probably 50-ish.
Really? Wow.
Told you we'd circle back around to James Franco, and yeah, that's what he got in a lot of trouble for, because he was hitting on his students, dating his students, or whatever. And if it's consensual, but you really got to watch out for that. I once helped him put together a projector.
All right, I got it.
But there are a lot of allegations, and even Seth Rogen has disowned him, so.
Who's your dad? Hitler?
Good. Let it out. This is all about relaxation.
Okay, exercises like this, I've never done this particular exercise, but there are things that I've done that people would walk in and be like, what is going on here? I studied Michael Chekhov, and his teachings have a lot of physical stuff. It might be like molding and sculpting around the stage.
How's it going?
This is bullshit. I want my money back.
Sorry, no refunds.
And yes, when I was studying Michael Chekhov, there would be some students that just wouldn't get it.
Okay, then take me to dinner.
You asking me on a date?
I am.
It's a whole new world out there. I can't be using my position as a teacher, as a mentor.
For God's sake, it's just dinner.
You're all witnesses. She asked me.
I love that in this era of Me Too that he tells everyone that they're witnesses to that. So that was the pilot episode of the Kominsky Method. Chapter 1, An Actor Avoids. I don't know that I really want to continue to watch the show, but it's not that it was bad. It's just that, I don't know, do doctors watch Grey's Anatomy? Well, let's take a look at what was accurate and what was not. On the good side, the coaching he gave in the class was very valid. Some teachers do pontificate. Teachers do date their students. Many acting teachers are not that successful as actual actors. On the bad side, I have never seen an acting teacher ask a class for feedback on a performance. I think some of his pontificating was a bit out there. I don't think it's very likely that a well-known acting teacher would be teaching people who are this inexperienced. And for the ugly, James Franco.
What did I do? Take me back! I'll tell you what happened, Franco.
So that's all for this week. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. Give me some thumbs ups. You can comment on it. Feel free to tell me if there's something else you would like me to watch and react to. And until next time.